Hello friends and welcome to the video. Let's talk about Globalstar and this this has truly been one of the best weeks we have had in a long time with Globalstar. Whether you are new with Globalstar or you have been here for a while and you know what's going on with the company, you know the bread and butter, outlets, bolts, nuts, all that stuff going on with the company, let's talk about first what we've seen just on the charts this week alone. So from Monday to Friday with Globalstar, it has had a really good week. It's had nothing but straight up, and then we haven't really seen too many valleys because it's just been going kind of straight up. Now we did have a dip here around Thursday when it dropped down to right around $1.60 on a bid price for that, and played around that area pretty much the rest of the day until later that day where it shot up into the 70s, and then ending the week here pretty strong, and even after hours still doing a little movement up to 190, which is truly amazing. The average volume on Globalstar this week has been around the 200,000 to 400,000 from Monday to Friday, which is pretty strong, and this thing is being traded around quite a bit, and it's still a very lively, healthy stock. So I won't go into this in full detail because I have made videos about this. I don't want to bore people that already know, but we do know the news that came out this week with Globalstar was about Riley Finance saying that they give Globalstar a $3.25 buy rating going into next year holding Globalstar. They think it's undervalued and they think the stock is going to shoot up here within the next year. So that is a very big deal, and for Riley to say that, something must be in the water here. Something's happening. So personally, I have been telling people, hey, don't get too deep into Globalstar if you are not willing to be here for quite a while. You're not willing to have your money fluctuate up and down, because the last time we saw Globalstar go up like this, it fell back down, and the reason it fell back down, know this, Globalstar is not a debt-free company. So if there's trouble in the ocean with Globalstar, if there's rough waters, it's just going to probably go down in the waves here, because it is not a debt-free company. It's going to take the pain of the stock market. It's hard for Globalstar stock to stand on its own 2 feet. And a lot of people get scared and they sell out and they run for the hills. We've seen this time and time again with Globalstar. So the one thing that we do know about Globalstar is that it has been killing it all year with contracts. It's a very popular stock right now. It's a very affordable stock for most common investors, which they can snag up to 500 to 1,000 shares very easily. And we had Riley just come out with this huge news what they think of the stock. Now obviously I'm assuming that Riley is buying a lot of contracts on Globalstar because they're trying to help pump it up going into next year for it to be at least a $3 to $2.50 range, which obviously I don't think that's crazy. And I was even saying this at the beginning of the year. I do believe that Globalstar will be into the $2 range at least by the end of the year, and going into this next year we should see a $2 range to a $2.50 range bid price on Globalstar, especially if we keep seeing good news, especially if we keep seeing contracts, partnerships, all of that jazz keep happening. But look at something interesting on the chart here. I am such a geek when it comes to charts. I think charts tell you so much. Obviously they tell you so much, but they can kind of tell you futuristically what is kind of going on with the stock. They are a little bit of a cheat code if you kind of just study them. So going into the yearly chart with Globalstar, and really we're just trying to get to January when we first had this big pop with Globalstar. And as you know, around February we saw the big pop to right around $2.60 bid price on Globalstar. Then we started to have a decline. Now in that decline, remember what I said, that decline brought in the 2.5 months of just non-stop disaster with the stock market. This is when the stock market was just falling apart, and Globalstar could not survive. People were just selling out. People were just getting out of everything at that point, and it just kept getting worse and worse. And Globalstar did not have bad news coming out. There wasn't news coming out like, hey, this fell apart, this contract fell apart, this didn't happen, they didn't do this. It's just it went down in the waves with everything else. Going into May here, we started to see things happen. And we start to see things happen here with a lot of stocks in general. Globalstar was back up to $1. It was holding that. We had a little bit of a sell-off around coming into June here, and now we're back up. So looking at this overall chart, honestly, I really think this is positive what we're seeing here. We're seeing these massive highs, these lows, then we're building these blocks again here. And we've got these two new little blocks right here with Globalstar that we're seeing. And now we're making a third one right now. And I think that third one is going to be breaking into $2. So honestly, if we can keep the stock market at bay here, if the stock market can keep doing what it's doing, you know, I hate to talk about it because I feel like I'm going to jinx it here because we've had such a good few weeks here in the stock market. People have been making money again. Penny stocks are easy to find again. Volume is up all over the board again here. So life is good right now. So I do think we are building a third block here with Globalstar. If we can build that third block, obviously we know once we break into $2, we're gonna have sell-off. We're gonna have sell-off. It's how this works. It's how it keeps the stock healthy. So when I talked about Riley saying we're gonna hit a $3 mark here, absolutely that can very well happen, but it's going to take time, and honestly I hope it takes time. I am not a fan of when stocks just shoot straight up unless there's some kind of groundbreaking new partnership, news, something coming out with the stock, but Globalstar has not had anything like that come out. So friends, if you're new to Globalstar, here's what I'm gonna say. This is not a debt-free company, so don't, if you see other YouTubers saying like, hey, this is gonna be a $10 stock, this is gonna be like a $5 stock, you know, anything's possible, but the main thing we have to know as investors, we have to go financially what's going on with the company, what they have. There's not too many companies that have a double-digit stock number that are in a lot of debt, and Globalstar is in a lot of debt. And just the last 6 months have been the biggest 6 months of Globalstar's life just in the past few years. So know that. These are a lot of new areas that Globalstar is in. These are a lot of new areas that the investors are in with Globalstar. And there's just a lot of things unfolding right before our eyes as investors with Globalstar. So this is definitely a company that could change your life in the near future. This is one of those companies that people invest in, and you know, your friend makes fun of you. He goes, man, I can't believe you're investing in that crap. And then one day that crap turns into $3, it turns into $4, $5, and then years from then it turns into $10, and their buddy's holding contracts, their buddy's holding thousands of shares, and their buddy is on a beach somewhere sipping on a drink. So this is definitely one of those stocks that I would hold on to, I would look into. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy obsessed with bringing you content. And friends, please like, subscribe, keep up with me, keep up with Globalstar. I talk about this pretty much more than once a week, and I'm very excited to see what next week is going to bring. I think it's going to be really big, and I'm really excited here to see this third block be built here. But friends, I will talk to you very soon. Bye, everyone.